Hey, I wanted to thank you for making it this far to learn about foreclosure. Now, if you're going through the process of foreclosure, or maybe even you want to short sell your home, there's a ton of different ways and scenarios of what happens these days on people with their mortgages, saving their credits. Maybe they're relocating for a job and they need to short sell because at that point they owe more on their house than the house is worth. Like back in the little recession that we had from '07 to about 2012, we worked on a lot of short sales. And short sales meaning that you go through this process of determining what the bank will actually sell the property for, because it's pretty much exactly what they owe on it or what the bank is willing to take a loss for it. Now there's many different situations and I don't know what yours is, but I want to talk here about a few different ones that I've seen and that are really common. So one of the reasons that we've seen people either go into a foreclosure or have to short sell their home, maybe you recently lost your job or you try to upscale and do different things and go on your own and just things didn't pan out right? So all of us have those downfalls. You know, we don't have this 10, 12 years of just perfect life and mortgages, and maybe your mortgage is just too much to begin with. You got approved before the recession hit for 110% loan on your house and your house payment is $3,000 and you only make $4,500 a month, and that's before taxes. It doesn't leave a lot of room for that fun stuff that a lot of us enjoy. Now, a lot of the times that I've helped people with short sales or just trying to get out of their home, as somebody who can actually buy your property and actually put money in your pocket, is a good creative strategy, which is called seller finance. So what that does is it allows me to buy your property, to take over the loan, so it helps your credit doesn't get hit or anything like that. So when you go to apply for a new home, you don't have that ding on your credit, you don't have that foreclosure. And some jobs even actually make that as a negative point or a con for you in the employer's eyes of foreclosing on your home. So nobody wants that. Nobody wants the legal bills and everything that comes with it. And depending on how far you are, maybe you're already in the foreclosure process. Maybe you are doing a loan modification with your bank right now, and they're trying to say, you know, we can do this, we can remodify, we can gobble up all the late fees and the last 3 payments that you should have made into another lump sum of a loan, and then here's your new house payment. You know, can you make this house payment now? And it's like a second job, to be honest with you. I've seen people take hours and hours out of their week and days just trying to make all this work, and the truth is, at any given point, the bank that you're doing that loan remodification with can say, sorry, we're foreclosing on you anyway. And that's really hard to take. That's really hard to gut, or really hard to swallow. And so that's another scenario that you may be going through. Now there are hundreds of different ways. So you could have an inherited property that's up, or maybe a big repair needed to be done and it drained your savings account. Maybe you had to put a new furnace in the middle of the winter and you're done, you're strapped. Now you couldn't make your house payment, and then it just keeps rolling, you know, it just keeps getting bigger, and everything you think about just keeps, bills get bigger, credit cards, you know, it's just a downward fall. And I understand, you know, there's a point where, you know, you have to kind of scale back and live below your means to be able to move forward. And I've helped hundreds of different people get out of a home, whether it's short selling, buy their house for them, whether it's a full cash offer to pay off their mortgage and maybe put a little bit of money in their pocket for moving costs, or maybe just seller finance, and then we can sell it or turn it into a rental. You get your money to move on to your next property.